Welcome to the channel. To become a screenwriter, first we need to understand what the story is, how to write a story. Standard textbook definition of a story is real or fictional tale to entertain people. But as a writer, do you really understand what is a story? Let us understand in this way. If a problem is thrown at a person, the journey he takes to solve the problem, either he solves or not, it becomes a story. In the film Zodiac, by the time killer is identified, he is dead. The protagonist's journey to solve the problem is a story.
What's this about?
Zodiac.
Vegas. You got the look.
What look?
Take any story, is the journey. Our life is a story when we are born. We are not able to talk, but after a struggle, we are able to communicate with others. Here, during the initial phase, we are learning to talk. Later on, with struggle and with the help of parents, we are able to talk, and that's a story. Here, the problem is unable to talk. Later in the journey, kids may easily pick up words, but you may say, how can it be a story? If you don't believe me, take a look at the film, The King's Speech.
His Majesty the King addressed his subjects on the wire.
The King's Speech is a 2010 historical drama film directed by Tom Hooper. Colin Firth plays the future King George VI, who to cope up with a stammer.
Waiting for me to...
Sees an Australian speech and language therapist and become friends as they work together. And after his brother abdicates the throne, the new king relies on Logue to help him make his first wartime radio broadcast upon
Fornication?
Britain's declaration
dirty.
of war on
Fuck.
Germany in 1939.
fucking buggity, fuck ass. Yes. Balls,
The film had received 12 Oscar nominations, more than any other film in that year. Besides the 4 categories it won, the film received nominations for Best Cinematography and 2 for the supporting actors, as well as 2 for its art direction and costumes.
Over and over.
Many writers say there are 7 types of stories depending upon their plot. First, rag to riches. Second, the quest. Third, voyage and return. Fourth, comedy. Fifth, tragedy. Sixth, rebirth. Seventh, overcoming the monster. But every plot is developed on the character's problem, and there are only 2 types of problems every person faces. First one is external problem, such as surviving the zombie apocalypse, or winning war, or facing the drug lord, or escaping from a prison. And then second one, internal problems, which are dealing with our feelings. Most of the dramas come into this category.
Captain, my captain.
Sit down, Mr. Anderson.
So, do you think there are only 2 types of stories? Right? Wrong. There is only one type of story. Imagine if a story only focuses on the external problem, then it does not feel realistic at all. In a story, you have given a problem and you solved, just like a calculator. Is it a story? No. A story should have both internal and external problem.
I'm very sure.
Now you can categorize your films into different genres: survival, escaping, character change, killing the devil, and the list goes on and on. A story is when a problem is given to a person or animal or a character or a robot or anything which has thinking ability, and that problem affects both internally and externally. The journey which they take to solve the problem and come back to a normal phase is a story. In a generic way, every story is same. Then why people won't get bored with it? Behind the enemy lines and Dunkirk, Both are similar kind of movies. In the film Behind the Enemy Lines, the protagonist wants to survive in a foreign country, and in Dunkirk, the protagonist wants to escape from Dunkirk to England as the enemy is approaching the beach to kill them. They both are similar stories, yet they are different. They both want to survive, but the journey they take is different. According to writer director Daniel Harmon, every story consists of 8 major changes in a story. It's called story circle technique. Initially, you are in a stable phase. Then a need comes to you. You have to go to fulfill the need. Then you need to search for it and you find it, then take it and return and change yourself to become a new stability. I hope you are clear with the story, and we can say it's a journey taken by the character from order to chaos and then chaos to order. To write a journey, we need many things. First, understand what is a premise, then structure your story, then address the characters, then build a world in which story is happening, then create a plot for your story. I know you are still confused. Let me tell you a story of an aspiring filmmaker. Once a person like you, who is creative, watched a great movie. Suddenly everything changed. He decides to become a filmmaker. He then resigns from his regular job to become a filmmaker. He then goes to work under filmmakers, but he realizes he is not learning anything under them and finally decides to learn everything by himself. He started searching for the knowledge of the filmmaking. There he found a YouTube channel. In the channel, he found to become a filmmaker, first he need to learn how to write a story and then write the screenplay to it. Then you need to plan for it. Later on, how to direct a film, manage the shoot. He then needs to edit and how to do post production. After that, distribution and finally film release. He learned everything from the channel, what it has offered, and then began to make a film. As soon as he started filming, he realized it is tough to make a film as it requires collaboration, money, and a lot of patience. In the process of filmmaking, he faced many rejections, yet he never disappointed, and with many hurdles, he completed the film and distributed the film. It was a great success. Producer has earned lots of money. Actors gained fame and everything was beautiful. But he realized he has struggled 10 years to make his first film and it has taken a lot from him. His girlfriend has left him. He is financially unstable and his parents lost hopes on him and it has given a lot to him. He gained new friends. He learned different skills. He has visited many places. It has given him a lot of fame. And after positive and negative impacts on his life, finally he is at peace. Here, internal problem is love interest, parents trust. External problem is to make a film, journey, learning the art, managing financials, making films. Whether the film is successful or a flop, it's still a story. In the coming videos, we are going to explore more about the story and screenplay writing. Stay with us. Thank you. The channel dedicated to aspiring filmmakers who wanted to learn the art but cannot afford it. Let us help each other to understand the art and make great films.